All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha, Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to do a quick response to a picture, an article that was shared by the beloved brother Azanha Amath, as you see right there. Breaking news. President DJ Trump has just signed an executive order to ban central bank digital currencies. Every CBDC is completely banned in the US now. Okay, now, the first scripture that comes to my mind is the book of First Thessalonians. Okay, we must keep in mind that they want to put everybody, not everybody, but usually when you hear about something like this, it means that these devils are up to no good. They're banning CBDCs, right? But in 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11, it says what? Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Right? Now, and if we go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Okay? For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. A thief usually strikes when a person let their guard down. Okay? And that's what they want. They want people to let their guard down. They're presenting you people with all these good things, right? But there's always a catch. Remember, there used to be a saying amongst the so-called North American Indians, and that saying was what? The devil or the Edomites, which will be the self-proclaimed white man, speaks with a forked tongue. What does it mean to speak with a forked tongue? It means to say one thing, but you mean to do something else. There's always a catch to whenever the devil is doing something. The scriptures also say that if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. So the CBDC getting banned in the United States of America, something else is getting ready to come down the pipe, from my understanding. So if you're a brother in this truth, you should know better than to let your guard down. Just because they say that CBDCs are being banned in the United States of America does not mean that Esau's going to come with something else. Maybe he has some other type of electronic currency. Maybe the CBDC was a trial run for something that's greater than it. You got to look at all the possibilities here. Okay? They want people to let their guard down. So then when they finally strike, it's going to catch people unawares. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And this is what's going to come upon the majority of the people in this country. Because the majority of the people in this country is looking for comfort. They're looking for things to go back to how they were in the mid 1900s, the early 1900s. They're looking for a sense of of peace and security, you know? And that's exactly what the devil might just come with. He might come with that peace and security first, so you people could let your guard down. And then when the Lord, gives the okay for these devils, to strike on the left-hand side, you people are going to be cut off guard. Because when the Lord begins to visit the earth, he's not going to just visit the earth by coming back in what the world calls a UFO. No, he's going to visit the world through prophecy. And that's why getting into prophecy is very important, because prophecy foretells you as to what is going to happen in the future before it happens. Okay, so the Lord is going to visit the world through prophecy first, and then he's going to make his grand appearance in what the world calls a UFO during World War III, when there's a nuclear war. You got the U.S. so-called making peace with Russia. Something is in the air here. And as you may know, these devils are not up to any good. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Right? Because, as you being awake in this truth, you should know what is going on around the world. Okay? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, like it tells you in 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. Satan, which goes back to the Hebrew shaitan, which means adversary. When you look up that word device in 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11, it goes back to the Greek word naima, which means the evil scheme. There's an evil scheme behind the CBDC being banned. And I bet you they have something greater. Remember, before smartphones came out, right? We used to have flip phones, did we not? We used to have flip phones, handheld phones, And before that, we had beepers. Okay? Now, don't you know that when beepers first came out, they already had flip phones, but they decided not to release it out to the public until 2 or 3 years later? And then when the flip phone came out, don't you know that Android and iPhones been out? Yeah, they been had iPhones and flip phones they been had Androids and iPhones when the flip phone came out. The flip phone was the thing back in the days, right? Oh, look what I got, baby. Trying to impress your woman, you pull out your phone, bam, flip it open, start dialing numbers, Meanwhile, these devils already had Androids and iPhones. Okay? Just sitting there waiting to be released. So what do you think I'm saying here? Okay? And they had these Androids and these iPhones while the flip phone was out. They just decided not to make it known to the public. They wanted people to get used to, flip phones and da-da-da-da-da. Then some years later, then they decided to make flip phones and iPhones known to the public. And then, people thought it was so cool because you could touch the screen and you could do things on your phone just by touching the screen, and, but they been had this technology prior to the flip phone being out. So you see, the CBDC could have been a forefront for something greater that they already had in place. What if I told you what if I tell you that they have something greater than the CBDC and it's already prepared to be put in use? What if I told you they already have something greater than the CBDC? And in due time, it's going to be made known to the public. You see, we're dealing with Edomites here. We're dealing with the devil, the wicked. So I wouldn't wow or ooh at the fact that Donald Trump closed down the CBDC because they probably have something greater. Okay, because I believe they have something greater waiting to be put into play. And it's going to be greater than the CBDC. It's going to be more powerful than the CBDC. And it's probably going to be linked to a supercomputer. And we all know what also is going to be linked to the supercomputer as well, the RFID chip. Okay, Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Okay, though he humble himself and go crouching, take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. You see? So the scriptures command you that though he humble himself and go crouching, right? Here's an example of him humbling himself and going crouching, okay? This is an example of him humbling himself and crouching, okay? Banning the central bank digital currency in the U.S. That's an example of him going to humble himself and crouching. Yet, what are we commanded to do? Take good heed and beware of him. So, yeah, they closed down the CBDC, but take good heed and beware of him, because this man moves like a fucking serpent. He moves like a snake. A snake. So you gotta watch him. Oh, look at that. 144. Call halayim la alahayanawa Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashai. Okay? This man moves like a snake. So take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him, meaning you're going to be on his ass like white on rice, as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. And that rust is talking about his wickedness. You know, you're going to be unto him as if you looking through a looking glass, and you're going to see that his wickedness has not been wiped away. Meaning what? They closed down the CBDC, but these devils are still up to something mischievous. Okay? So, you know, they closed down the CBDC, but they probably already, but I bet you they have something far greater waiting to be put in play. Because remember, before Yahushua comes back, the mark of the beast, which is the CHIP, has to be made mandatory. Okay? So let's see. So there's also another point I want to make as well. Let's type in victuals here, and let's see what pops up. There should be, I know it's in the Apocrypha, so bear with me. It shouldn't take me long to find it. Maccabees, Judith, Esdras. Here we go. 2nd Esdras 16, verse 21. What the? I know where it is. Bear with me for one moment. 2nd Esdras 16, verse 21. So 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, the sword, famine, and great confusion. You see? So I'm not saying that victuals are cheap, because they're not. But who's to say that Donald Trump won't make victuals cheap? Maybe Donald Trump will begin to drop the price on food. Maybe he'll begin to drop the price on clothing, right? This, what we're witnessing right here could actually be the start of 2nd Esdras 16, verse 21. Okay? Oh, man, let me see. Let me see. Hold on. History. I wonder if I can still find it. I'm looking for posts. I'm probably not gonna find it though. All right. So yeah, it ain't gonna let me find them, man. That's why I don't like YouTube. Okay. Here, view all. Let's go to view all posts. Okay. Then hopefully I'll be able to find it. Azana Moth. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, I want to, but I was just looking at that post. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Hopefully I can find it if I just keep scrolling down. Executive order on crypto. Here's what it says. Federal White House orders pause of federal financial assistance programs. Okay. Let's see. Send that a like. See, man. Man, it's all good, man. Let's just go back here. I should have took a picture of the post, so it was kind of my fault. Yeah, it's a wrap. I mean, y'all seen the post, so to move full speed with AI, and that's another thing too. They're getting ready to move with AI. Artificial intelligence. He unknowingly channeled Daniel 7 verse 8 and Isaiah 14 verse 14, the inauguration. Listen. Let me see. Save the playlist. And it's the flowing river. I gotta check that out later on. Spies, agents, provocateurs among this ministry. There are those with divided. Okay. So I wish I could find it though, man, but you know what? I don't need to. Let's come back over here. Select 1 moment. Select. Okay, so let's see. Second Esdras chapter 16 verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. So what Donald Trump is trying to pull here, could be the start of Second Esdras 16 verse 21. Okay, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So you got all these Edomites here, calling themselves making all these good moves for the American people. But what do the Bible say? Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So that's what's coming. People's going to think themselves to be in good standing, and then suddenly they're going to wake up one day and hell's going to break loose, and that's going to lead to a great confusion. It's going to lead to famine. It's going to lead to the sword, the military, okay, the UN troops, evils and only evils, like the beloved brother Howard would say from North Carolina, evils and only evils. Okay. So Um, all right, Salak, I'm back. Second Esdras 16 verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And that's pretty much what's coming to this country. Okay? Great confusion, famines, disease warfare. And all these things are going to come upon these people like a thief in the night. Okay? Because everybody's looking for a false sense of security and hope, that pretty much it's going to lead to, more privacy is being taken away. It's going to lead to people being in a pickle, so to speak, for when they shall say peace and safety, because Donald Trump is giving off that viable peace and safety by, banning CBDC in the U.S., right? But they have something else coming down the pipe, and it's going to be greater than the CBDC. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, meaning to bury them. Okay. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. And how's that going to happen? Through nuclear warfare. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. Meaning, anybody who's left here on the soils of America is going to be obliterated in the coming nuclear war. Okay, the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? Okay, the grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. Okay, and it's not talking about every place upon the face of the earth. Okay, remember the scriptures say that earth abideth forever. Okay. So it's not talking about every place, Okay, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice, right? So it's going to get bad out here, like in that movie I Am Legend, when it was just Will Smith, he was there in that desolate city with a few zombies roaming around. Well, that's how it's going to be here in America, man. Okay, before the nuclear destruction, it's going to get real bad out here, It's going to be mass killings going on all across the United States, and it's all going to start off with peace and safety. People's going to feel like America's bouncing back. The economy is getting better. Food prices are going down. But even then, what shall grow upon the earth? Okay, sword, famine, and great confusion. Because these devils, that's what they're going to bring. They're going to bring the sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay. So that's pretty much all I wanted to, say there. Now, I pray and hope that this video was edifying to you, hopefully members of the elect out there. With that, I'm going to say shalom. It's on to the next one.